Jumpsuit Pablo here. A lot of people, they message me, they'll send an email, usually on Instagram. I'll get a DM from people, and they just want to know a little more about Alex Murdaugh and his current situation. It seems like a lot of people are still under the impression that Alex Murdaugh is just, yes, he is in protective custody. He is in the protective custody unit at McCormick. But a lot of people still think that he is just constantly under lock and key, maybe only let out briefly for a shower and then right back in the cell, never allowed to have contact or be around any other inmates whatsoever. I mean, hey, it's protective custody, right? You got to keep them away and keep them safe. Well, that's just not true. And I've been saying that. I've done 10 years in this same state prison system myself, and I know how it works. And I know that even though he's in the protective custody unit, he still gets to be around inmates a lot. So today I'm going to show you two photos that kind of just give photographic proof that, yes, he is allowed out of his cell. He is in the cell block. He's around people. He gets to come out and roam around and hang out and mingle and socialize. Well, here you go. Here's the two photos. Actually got these from our good friend of the channel, Phone Calls from Prison. Seriously, this guy gets his hands on some good stuff. Give him a subscribe. But as you can see, let's look at the one on the left real quick. If you look to the left of Murdaugh's head, you see TVs in the back. That's actually, it looks like the news is on. And, you know, I'm pretty sure it is because, look, you see they're kind of suspended in the air. They're fixed to the top, to where the top row, you see that top row on the right side of him, there's a top row and there's a bottom row of cells. This is so inmates with their tablet, they can kind of look out of their cells. You'll see a lot of guys just standing by the window of their door while locked down in their cells, and they'll be watching the TV. You can see it from the top and the bottom this way. If you get on your tablet, these TVs don't play out loud. There's usually a piece of tape. You probably can't see it in this photo, but there's a piece of tape on the little frame that's holding these TVs up, and they'll have the radio station written down for each according, TV. And if you want to hear what's being said and hear the program on that TV, you can get on the radio feature of your tablet. Yes, these tablets that they're given have radio features, and you tune into that station and you'll be able to hear that program for that TV. So they have about 4 TVs out there. Wouldn't that be something if we were able to see that the news was covering Murdaugh as Murdaugh is in this photo walking around with his tablet? Now, you could speculate, hey, listen, how do you know that Murdaugh is not just let out to go use the shower real quick? Well, I'll tell you how. When you're in a situation or a unit that is on lockdown, they let you out for showers Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And Fridays specifically because that kind of gets you set for the weekend because you're not coming out at all on the weekends. But yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. One of these photos was taken on a Monday, but the second of these two photos was taken on a Thursday. He is out of his cell, and he gets to come out quite often. These two photos are a few weeks apart. Also, if he was just going to the shower, when you're isolated and you're on lockdown and they're only bringing you out specifically to go to the shower, they put handcuffs on you, on your wrists and sometimes your ankles too, and then lead you to the shower, put you in there, and then you stick your arms out and they take the handcuffs off you through a little slot that's built into this cage door that closes on the shower. So he wouldn't be coming out there with his tablet just kind of roaming around, if he was just going to the shower. No. And this is what I've been saying for a while. He is allowed out of his cell for about 4 to 6 hours per day during the week, at least. Probably not on the weekends from my experience, but yes, Monday through Friday, he's allowed to come out. And I've told you guys, I've talked to several inmates who have been around him and one inmate who is in that protective custody unit with him. And they've told me, hey, Alex is not a shy guy. He does come out. He hangs out. He talks to us. He plays cards just like he did in the county that we heard from that county jail phone call, last year, I think. He likes to gamble. He likes to play poker. We know he has no shortage of commissary and canteen snacks and food items because there's so many women sending him commissary money. And we've seen photos in my last video that I covered of Alex Murdaugh where he has chips, Doritos, candy, tea. He's got plenty of stuff from the commissary. So he's definitely, that's what they use to gamble in these poker games in prison. So, I mean, he's out there socializing. He's not shy. He's having a nice little time in there. So I did want to clear that up for people. And also, this just kind of further supports what I've said in previous videos about him and what is going to happen with him in the near future as far as his housing situation within the prison. He's not going to be on protective custody forever. A lot of people still think that he will, as if a prison can legally keep someone on protective custody when they don't want to be there for the rest of their life. I mean, he has a life sentence for the rest of his life. You can't do that. Protective custody is, there's limited space at every prison, and they need that space. There's actually inmates who genuinely are in danger from other gangs or, just very dangerous inmates and influential inmates around these prisons. They actually need that space for people who are really in danger. Nobody wants to get AlexMurdaugh because, oh, it's Alex. Let's get him. There he is. Get him. Just because it's Alec and he's been on Netflix. Nobody cares, and they can't hold him there. They don't have the space. I would bet my bottom dollar, I firmly believe, by the end of this year or early next year, we will see him. He's going to go in front of that review board to see if it's necessary to keep him on protective custody or not. They have to go up every 180 days. I firmly believe by the end of the year or early next year, he will be put into general population. And from what I've heard, all the reports, take them or leave them, from what I've heard from all the inmates that he's talked to, he's ready to get out into gen pop. Okay. He's not worried. He's, no one's sending him death threats. Nobody cares. Okay, so he's ready to get out there. And protective custody really sucks from everything I understand about it. I mean, it just sucks. You get so much more freedom and just a lot more to do when you're out there in gen pop. And if you got to be there the rest of your life, you don't want to do it in PC, especially when there's no real verbalized, like, tangible threat against you. So, I wouldn't be surprised, end of the year or early next year, we'll see him in general population. And that's when I think we might get some real interesting updates. I will continue to keep my ear to the ground with these inmates that I'm still in touch with. I've done time with them. I've done a few years with them back there, and they're still there. They'll probably be there another 10, 15 years. They know what's going on with them. I've asked them to keep an ear out and just keep an eye out for anything going on with him. So once he gets moved into general population, anything significant that happens, I'll know about it. And I'm going to bring you the updates. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update and show you that. Now I'm going to show you one more picture. I really want you to see it before I end this video, but real quick, before I do that, I do have some merch out. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I got some merch out. If you want to support the channel, represent the community, represent this channel, grab you a t-shirt or even a coffee mug. Hey, and if you don't want to spend that, we got stickers and magnets for like $1, $2. Grab you a JSP piece of merch. Okay. I'm thankful to everyone who supported. I just launched the merch yesterday. So less than 24 hours, we are going on 100 orders placed. That's 100 people supporting the channel and representing. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. If you want to get some for yourself, there's a link in the description. That's the only way you can find it. Click that link in the description of this video. Grab you a t-shirt. Up to 35% off until August 21st. Now, here's one last picture you really want to see. Bam. 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 Okay, I'm sorry. I know. All right, I lied. I know you probably didn't want to see that, but I had to get you going and rile you up to put a pep in your step for the weekend and get this thing started off right, okay? It's for your own good. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.